Is one Big 12 team going to be upset monumentally today? Let's dive into the analytics. This is Locked On Big 12.
You are Locked On Big 12, your daily podcast on the Big 12 Conference. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Happy Friday and happy March Madness, everybody. Welcome into Locked On Big 12. I'm Drake Toll from America's #1 Big 12 podcast, Locked On Big 12. Thank you for making this show your first listen every single day. Following the biggest win of the Big 12 yesterday, BYU over VCU, which the reason I say it was the biggest win, it was the smallest spread of a game in the round of 64 for this conference on day one. And the Cougars had not done so in 13 years. They get that win, put the Big 12 on a pedestal. All of America saying, oh, I had VCU. Well, you were wrong. That was a huge win yesterday. Made headlines yesterday. I had a lot of my money on FanDuel on that game for BYU. Today, especially the blowout, today, we need the opposite of headlines. While that was the flashing lights of, hey, the Big 12 looks great, we need the opposite of headlines when Iowa State plays Lipscomb, when Arizona plays Akron, when Baylor plays Mississippi State. The last thing we want is Lipscomb upsets Iowa State. Arizona is upset by Akron, because that is the only way the Big 12 should draw attention today. Otherwise, most of the country would not be surprised if our league goes 3-0, and the league should go 3-0, but I see what could be an upset. I see a couple games that could be upsets based on the advanced analytics. So while I'm still riding high, the BYU win yesterday and the league looking good, this today could go a little bit differently. Let's dive into it. We will start with Arizona and Lipscomb. Reason being, I've had a whole lot Arizona and Akron, I should say, then Iowa State, Lipscomb. Reason being, I've had a whole lot of Arizona fans who don't believe I've covered the team fairly. I want to make up for that. 84-75 is the projected score from Shot Quality. Now, yesterday I told you Shot Quality had the VCU BYU score almost on the money. They were right there where the game actually ended. I think BYU actually blew it out a bit more than the 4-point difference. Arizona, Akron, high scoring as it could be, it's still the under of 165.5. And Arizona doesn't cover 14.5, but I think that Arizona can win the game. They can win the game and look good doing it without winning by double digits. Let's dive into the analytics. 46th in the nation defensively for Arizona against the number 104 offense in the country for Akron. That bodes well if you're a Wildcats fan, but still being 46th defensively keeps you out of that Ken Palm range where you can win a national championship or whatever it is. Shot Quality, who NBA coaches use for their analytics, says that Arizona is 46th in the nation right now. Spacing, Akron, really good job of spacing the floor. Arizona defensively, not very good at keeping offenses from space. Things can get very rough, the defense of Arizona, if they're not able to try to draw you into the lane, push you outside, keep you in an uncomfortable position, and Arizona hasn't done that well. The biggest point that I see here where Arizona can find an advantage, free throw rate. Akron doesn't go to the line. When they do, they don't shoot well. Arizona won't send you to the line either. Arizona in a very advantageous position when it comes to that. Akron will not shoot a lot of free throws. If we ask Shot Quality where these teams rank overall in the country, Arizona at 26, Akron 124. That's not very good. And for Arizona, the number 20 offense in America against the number 166 defense. They will run, they will gun. 25 in America in shot selection. Open three rate is so much better than Akron defensively, who is 341st in the country. They will leave you open for threes. Arizona gets it done in this ball game. That is not on my radar for an upset, although it could be close. Arizona 84-75. I like the predicted score. I'm going to take Arizona with a bit more. 87-75. Arizona gets it done in this one. I worry a bit. Iowa State and Lipscomb. Projected score 80-73. Iowa State by 7 points. The line right now is at 15 in favor of Iowa State. Without Keyshawn Gilbert, I just don't know. I go back to the BYU loss. If this game is close at the end, I know Taman Lipsy can get it done, but the guy's hurt in like 7 different spots. If this goes late, if things go late here and Iowa State is in a barn burner, that does not bode well for the Cyclones. What does? The number 158 defense in the country, Lipscomb. Number 27 offense in the nation, Iowa State. That's actually really good. And for the Cyclones, Milan Momcilovic has to step up here without Keyshawn Gilbert. Now, Keyshawn Gilbert has been hurt for a bit, so Iowa State's not losing someone who was integral for them winning. He has to step up. Iowa State space the floor, get to the free throw line against an Akron team, or a Lipscomb team, I should say, that will not foul you very often, and make shots. We've seen some disappointing stinkers from Iowa State in the tournament, even under TJ Otzelberger. Defensively, Iowa State second in America. Offensively, Lipscomb 59th. That's where this is going to get really fun. Lipscomb's good with the ball in hand. Lipscomb's very good. Iowa State's very good defensively. Lipscomb spaces the floor well. Iowa State struggles with trying to keep offenses from creating space. And their free throw rates, where I pointed out for BYU and VCU yesterday, Lipscomb doesn't get to the line. Iowa State won't send you to the line. They don't have open three-point opportunities either. That is good for the Cyclones. While this could be tight, while this could be rough, the number 93 team in the country, Lipscomb versus number 15, Iowa State. The Cyclones will get it done ultimately, but there are some growing pains knowing that Keyshawn Gilbert can't play even 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. Iowa State wins it. I don't think it's near as high scoring as shot quality says. They have it again 80-73. I've got this game, Iowa State winning it 68, Lipscomb 60. 8-point win for the Cyclones because free throws are the difference. Taman Lipsey seals it. Shot quality would tell you that Baylor's going to beat Mississippi State 76-74. Right now, the line is in favor of Mississippi State per Las Vegas, -1.5. I think that is poppycock. Baylor's going to win this game. It's again going to be tight. Baylor has won sloppy this year. Baylor has played really good first halves, really bad second halves, or really good second halves and really bad first halves. You just don't know. The number 9 offense in the country, Baylor, versus the number 12 defense in the country in Mississippi State. Spacing, another big category. Baylor 42nd in America offensively when it comes to spacing the floor. They're very good at creating and staying wide. Mississippi State, not very good at allowing. They're not very good at keeping you from going wide. So Baylor's going to benefit in that category. This is the number 7 team in America. Yeah, Baylor, number 7 in America per shot quality, per the analytics, versus the number 20 team in the country. So a much better matchup than Ken Pom or Torvik or Evan Mia would tell you. That offensively, Baylor is, I should say, Mississippi State 23 in the nation, Baylor 14 defensively. This is a barn burner. Again, I'm going to go lower scoring than shot quality here. Baylor wins it 71-70. 1-point win, a classic, the 8-9 season gets blown out by Duke. But at least this one's going to be fun. I've got 3 wins for the Big 12 today. That Iowa State one worries me a little bit because Lipscomb is just, they're good at the right stuff. I'm interested to watch that game. And man, I have Iowa State in my bracket, like in the Elite 8. So hope they can move on. All my money is on FanDuel or on Iowa State today. Don't go anywhere.
The NCAA tournament is here, and so is the bracket breakdown.
Locked On Podcast Network and Amazon Fire TV channels are teaming up to deliver NCAA tournament coverage like never before. Watch studio shows featuring former players and Locked On's local experts as they guide you through every upset, buzzer beater, and bracket matchup.
Stream it all for free on Amazon Fire TV channel. Search Bracket Breakdown to see it all for free.
It's your team every day.
Today's show is brought to you by Nissan. We're all about the stats because numbers don't lie. When it comes to the all-new Nissan Armada Pro 4X, the numbers are at an MVP level. With the ability to tow up to 8,500 pounds, it can quite literally carry the whole team, plus the gear, wherever you need to go. It's powered by a twin-turbo V6 engine, delivering the strength and performance to handle highways, back roads, and everything in between. And with room for up to 8 people, the Armada Pro X 4X is built for big crews, big adventures, even bigger memories. Whether you're exploring off-road trails or rolling up to the arena, the Armada Pro 4X brings power, versatility, and style wherever you go. Take the adventure to new heights with the all-new Nissan Armada Pro 4X. Learn more at nissanusa.com. That is nissanusa.com. 3 wins in the Big 12 today. This has been and always will be Locked On. Thanks for making it your first listen every single day. Dose Grande.